The town of Ezekoma bustled with life as Christmas approached. A small but vibrant Nigerian community, Ezekoma prided itself on its unique Christmas traditions. Houses were decorated with handmade ornaments. The aroma of freshly baked bread filled the streets, and the air hummed with excitement. Everyone looked forward to Mama Adaeze's feast, a highlight of the season, where she and her two beautiful daughters, Nkechi and Amara, would share food with every household. Mama Adaeze, a wealthy widow, had built a reputation as a generous benefactor. This year, her feast promised to be more extravagant than ever. Unknown to the town, beneath her generous façade lay a dark secret. Her generosity masked a sinister plan to drain the blessings of all who partook in her food. She had spent months preparing for this moment, confident that no one would suspect her true intentions. Inside Mama Adaeze's grand kitchen, pots bubbled with delicious stews, and the aroma of freshly fried chicken wafted through the air. Nkechi and Amara, dressed in matching red wrappers, danced around the kitchen as they helped their mother with the preparations. They were oblivious to the dark rituals their mother had performed on the food the night before, muttering incantations under her breath as she added her secret ingredients. See, they couldn't have imagined the sinister purpose behind her cheerfulness. The town eagerly awaited the feast, oblivious to the curse about to be unleashed. On Christmas morning, the streets of Ezekoma were alive with music and laughter. Families gathered in their yards. Children played with makeshift toys, and neighbors exchanged greetings. Nkechi and Amara set out with pots of steaming food balanced on their heads, accompanied by the melodious jingling of bells. "Merry Christmas!" they called out as they delivered food to each household. The townspeople received the meals with gratitude, praising Mama Adaeze's kindness. Unbeknownst to them, each spoonful carried a curse that would rob them of their fortunes and happiness in the coming year. Mama Adaeze watched from her window, a satisfied smirk on her face. That same morning, Mama Chika, an elderly woman known for her wisdom, gathered her family. "I had a strange dream last night," she said gravely. "A shadowy figure warned me about Mama Adaeze's feast. It said the food is cursed." Her family laughed it off, dismissing it as the ramblings of an old woman. But Mama Chika was insistent. "Do not eat her food," she warned. Her grandchildren nodded reluctantly, though they were tempted by the tantalizing aroma wafting from the pot Nkechi delivered moments later. Mama Chika's heart was heavy with unease as she watched her family struggle to heed her warning. Within days of the feast, strange misfortunes began to plague the town. Chinedu, a young farmer, found his crops mysteriously withered. Nneka, a tailor, discovered that her sewing machine had inexplicably stopped working. Families that had once been prosperous began to experience financial setbacks. Mama Adaeze, on the other hand, seemed to flourish. Her business thrived, her daughters received numerous marriage proposals, and her wealth grew exponentially. The townspeople dismissed the misfortunes as bad luck, but Mama Chika began to suspect that her dream was a warning about the curse. She noticed a pattern. Only the households that had eaten Mama Adaeze's food were affected. Determined to uncover the truth, she began to investigate. Mama Chika quietly observed the families affected by the misfortunes. She visited homes under the guise of offering support and listened carefully to their stories. She noted that every afflicted family had praised Mama Adaeze's feast. Determined to uncover the truth, she enlisted the help of Emeka, a bright and curious young man who had always looked up to her. Together, they pieced together the puzzle. Emeka remembered seeing Mama Adaeze refuse to eat her own food during the feast, claiming she was fasting. This struck them as odd, but they needed more evidence to prove their suspicions. Mama Chika and Emeka decided to keep a close watch on Mama Adaeze. As more families fell into despair, whispers of unease spread through Ezekoma. Businesses closed, marriages crumbled, and illnesses swept through the town. The once vibrant community became a shadow of its former self. Mama Adaeze continued to thrive, throwing lavish parties and donating to the church to maintain her image of generosity. Mama Chika and Emeka's suspicions grew stronger. They began to notice strange behavior from Nkechi and Amara, who seemed to avoid certain questions about the feast. Mama Chika decided it was time to confront Mama Adaeze directly. Mama Chika visited Mama Adaeze's house under the pretense of thanking her for the feast. As they sipped tea, Mama Chika subtly brought up the misfortunes plaguing the town. Mama Adaeze's smile faltered, and she quickly changed the subject. This confirmed Mama Chika's suspicions. She left the house more determined than ever to expose the truth. Meanwhile, Emeka managed to convince Nkechi to meet him in secret. He hoped to gain her trust and uncover the truth about her mother's actions. Nkechi, torn between loyalty to her mother and guilt over the town's suffering, began to waver. Late one night, Mama Chika and Emeka sneaked into Mama Adaeze's compound. Hidden behind the house, they discovered a small shrine filled with strange objects. Clay pots with the names of families written on them, charms, and an old leather-bound book containing incantations. The evidence was overwhelming. They took photographs and quietly left, planning to share their findings with the community. During a town meeting, Mama Chika and Emeka presented their findings. The townspeople were horrified. Nkechi, overcome with guilt, confessed everything. She revealed that her mother had performed rituals on the food to transfer the town's blessings to herself. Amara, too ashamed to speak, silently nodded in agreement. The community erupted in anger and disbelief. They demanded justice for the devastation caused by Mama Adaeze. However, when they stormed her house, they found it empty. Mama Adaeze had fled, taking her newfound wealth with her. With Mama Adaeze gone, the townspeople began the long process of rebuilding their lives. The curse was lifted, but the damage was done. Many families had lost everything and would take years to recover. Nkechi and Amara, abandoned by their mother, begged for forgiveness and vowed to dedicate their lives to helping the community. Ezekoma's Christmas was forever changed. The townspeople learned the hard way that not all acts of kindness come from a pure heart. They vowed to be more vigilant and to value true generosity, free from hidden motives. As they prepared for the next Christmas, they remembered the events of the past year and resolved never to let such evil take root in their community again.